What if Terrence Howard is right and 1 times 1 equals 2?
Hello world, I am 5Z, and I want to know more about this Terrence Howard fella, and his claim that 1 times 1 equals 2. He is causing quite a tempest in a teapot with his claims, and it makes me wonder what in the world is possible if 1 times 1 equals 2.
Anything is possible, in a world where 1 can multiply itself into 2.
According to Terry, this genie is out of the bottle.
1 times 1 equal 2.
Ask anybody, man.
I didn't come to tell you guys this, I just came to prove to you.
As a child, I studied chemical engineering.
This is the proof that the square root of 2 is a rational number.
I still don't get it.
So our entire world economy is based on 1 times 1 equaling 1. This is an undiscovered geometry that I'm now making known to the world here on this show.
I think you're in another dimension.
Okay, Gumball, let's make a mathematical wish upon this equation and change the world for the better.
Don't you dare rub me like an oil lamp. I promise you won't get 3 wishes if you do.
Let's use our newfound powers of multiplication to go back in time and fix one of the worst natural disasters of the year 2024.
Are you thinking of the horrific train wreck I'm thinking of?
Yes, Gumball, it was a horrific train wreck indeed.
No, you can't mean that. Not even simple maths like 1 times 1 equals 2 could fix that.
It's time we put Terrence Howard's Terryology to the test. Let's rewind the clock and put this train back on track.
It was a dark night on the big stage at Coachella 2024 when Grimes met her maths.
I hope this works. We're having a major technical difficulty.
The crowd was shocked when putting 1 track plus 1 track together proved too difficult an equation for her.
I hate to do this. All my tracks are... This is insane. All my tracks are double the tempo, and they're like... I'm trying to do the math, but they're kind of unmixable if we can't... I'm gonna go back to... Okay, the rest of the mixes are gonna be a bit crazy, y'all, because...
So it was that the mother of Elon Musk's children resorted to a series of nonsensical excuses and empty promises as she attempted to fix her train wreck. Lacking the computational skills to overcome her situation, Grimes' Coachella set devolved into a cacophony of grunts and cursing. But what if Grimes had used Terryology to save her set?
As you reach into the next octave, the carbon octave, and they call that a bisexual tone.
This is a difficult thing to explain.
All she had to do was multiply 1 times 1 to birth the exponential electropop genre, where layers of sound exponentially multiply and fold in on themselves, creating intricately textured sonic landscapes that transport listeners to higher dimensions of auditory bliss.
But we're having a major technical error where all the sound tempos are double speed, and I have not practiced the math because I'm not fast at math. But I am going to handle this. All right, let's try this again.
If Grimes could apply the mere basics of Terryology's alternative geometry, she would spawn fractal futurism, a visionary fusion of music and fractal-generated visuals that unfold into infinite kaleidoscopic worlds with each crescendo, redefining the boundaries of multimedia performance art.
You know what? Being bad at math is not a sin. What the hell? That was actually me. That time, that was actually me.
I like the error messages from computers that say, well, guess what, computer? I'm fucking crazy. Learn to expect the unexpected.
With 1 times 1 too difficult to compute, and with the basics of Terry's geometry beyond comprehension for her, Grimes could still solve her problems and string theory by rewiring her sound system with Terryological principles. By doing so, Grimes would usher in the vibratory vector movement, where audio waves propagate in self-replicating patterns, enveloping audiences in a transcendent synesthetic experience that vibrates both sound and soul.
How is it that multiplication, if it means to make more and increase in number, how is 1 times 1 equaling 1 part of the multiplication table? Now, I understand that if you're seeing it one time,
Right.
but we call that once. But the moment that you had that add the times in there, that multiplicative indicator, that means there is more than 1. So now each equation is supposed to be balanced. You know, that equal sign is supposed to show that there's a balance between these 2 numbers over here and a balance on this 1 over here. What happened to the other 1 in this equation?
This is very hard to explain because it's a complex technology, but everything has been put to a double tempo, so I'm doing a lot of internal math in my mind to make the tracks go together, and I'm having to... It's hard to explain.
In the end, Terryology proved too difficult for Grimes, her failure in that moment causing disappointment to thousands of fans. And worse, robbing the world of 3 ingenious musical genres that would have made her name synonymous with Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Because of the technical difficulty we're having, I cannot tell what the CDJ is reading, so I'm going to guess the BPM of the song, and I'm going to use my ear and try to make it work. So...
As the old saying goes, it's always darkest before the headliner. Just when all seemed lost, 5Z and Gumball, applying Terryological equations, traversed the ether to summon a DJ who was more than able to make the most of this train wreck of millennial proportions, and in a feat of quantum entanglement, he appeared on stage to drop this.
It's very hard to explain because it's a complex technology, but everything has been put to a double tempo, so I'm doing a lot of internal math in my mind to make the tracks go together. It's hard to explain.
Thanks for watching.
Visit tigala.com, Book of Living Stories.